Good morning and welcome to your weekly dosage of power. My name is Leon Chisholm and I am here to share with you a few things that I believe will help to empower you as you enter a new week. Today, our subject is 8 steps to walk in a new path. Now, there are many things that can help us to become our better self, things that can help to strengthen us. These steps are by no means exhaustive. These are just steps that I believe will help us to strengthen us, to make us better than we are. The first one that I want to share is to know yourself. If you are going to be better, if you are going to be stronger, then we need to examine and understand who we are. What are the things that drives us? What makes us tick? These are the things that will help us to have a clearer idea of how we'll approach life. It would be good if we start by writing out the roles that we are going to play in this life. And not just the position or the job, but what role do you want to play in this life? Where will be your area of impact? The second step is to envision yourself. Now after knowing yourself, you know where you are going to have a vision of where you want to be, or a vision of who you want to become. It would be nice if you write them down. What would I like to become in a few months' time, or 6 months, or a year? And with that, it will give you a guideline and something that you can use to measure your progress. The next thing that I would want to mention, or the next step, is to discover, understand, then live your purpose. What is your purpose in this life? We first need to understand that. We need to know that. And when we understand it, after discovering our purpose, then we are in a position to start living our purpose. The next step I want to share is to dull the negative voice in your head. Dull the negative voice in your head. There are many things that we want to do, but there's a voice in our head often telling us that we can't. And the more you try, the voice is saying, no, you can't do this. So it is important that we understand that this voice is there. Then we'll have to find a way to keep it in check. You know, our past have a way of reminding us of all the things that we cannot do and all our failures. And we can't pay attention to that in the sense that we can't use it to stop us from moving forward. In fact, that past should be used to push us forward. But we have to accept that this negative voice is a part of us and it can help us. Sometimes it keeps us in check. But when we're in control of it, we can use it to empower us. The fifth step is to take action. All our plans in the world, all our vision, all the things that we want to do will come to naught unless we take action. Unless we take a step forward. It is important that we start by giving ourselves small, manageable tasks. But it is also important that we add some difficulty to the task, which will ensure that we stretch ourselves a little bit. And this stretching will help us to grow. One, when the tasks are small, when they are manageable, it will not frustrate us. But when we add a little difficulty, it will force us to stretch a little bit. And this stretching will help us to grow. The sixth step, embrace the process. Embrace the process. You know, often we want overnight success. We want to build a better body in a few days. We want to become wealthy in a few days. We want to become this great person in a few days. But the truth is, everything takes time and it takes a process. And it's better when it's working through a system. And it is important that we trust the process. You know, imagine if a farmer, each time he plants a seed, every day went down to the farm and to check to see how it is coming. I'll guarantee you that the seed would probably not grow after so much disturbance. But it is important the farmer know that I am going to place the seed, and it usually takes this amount of time. So we are going to wait and trust the process that will allow the seed to grow. In the same way, we have to trust the process. A lot of times we start a mission and we have some plans laid out, but as soon as something seems not to be working how we want it to, then we abandon it and try something new. And we start something new, abandon it and try something new. And we keep trying a few new things until after a while we just get frustrated. We keep starting over and over again. But I am saying we have to give things some time to work themselves out. We are going to lay out our plans and we are going to ensure that we take action. But we have to trust the system or the process that is in place. Give it time to work. Give it time to grow. Give it time to become what it ought to be. Number 7, don't wait to be perfect. Now you know, waiting to be perfect always leads to procrastination, in that we want to get everything right before we begin. The truth is, we will not get everything right even after years of doing something. But practice will of course make better. So don't wait on perfection. It is important that we start, and then as we continue to move along, we start to fix the different pieces to make them better, to make us stronger. We have to recognize that nothing in life is perfect. And you know, perfection is a malady that comes from our upbringing, often through school where you have to get everything right. And persons resent getting things wrong. So instead of doing anything, they just wait for perfection, which is never going to come. Perfection will hold us back instead of pushing us forward. But starting and fixing as you go along, with little progress, it gives you more hope and you will continue to push forward. Our final step, step number 8, is to live in the present. You know, a lot of persons want to live their past, they want to live their future, and forget about where they are right now. So they think about all they have not done in the past and how they could have fixed them. The truth is, nobody can go back and fix the past. And no amount of thinking is going to take you in the future. It is important that while we are at the spot where we are, that we use it and embrace that time, understanding that here is the time that we are living. And the more we embrace the present, it will help us to shape the future. We cannot do anything about the past. That is why it is called past. It is already gone. However, we can use the present to make a better future. But it is important that we live in the present. We can use it to prepare for the future, but we have to embrace what is now and then use that to enhance what will come afterwards. Now, these are some little steps that I want to share with you. I'll just encourage you to ponder them, go over them, and as you continue, you will learn more and grow stronger. Well, of course, you will perfect them and make them your own, or even add or remove. But the important thing is that we have some things that we will follow to ensure that we grow and become better as we move along life's journey. I want to thank you very much for listening. Blessed love.